Hey friends out there in YouTube land, Rob here. Today I'm coming at you at a different orientation. That's because we're talking about the VertiCam, this guy right here. This has been sent to me by YoloLiv. I'm going to be displaying this over at CES 2023 in Las Vegas on the 5th to the 8th of January, so come check me out there. Before we get started on that, I wanted to give you a little bit of an overview of everything that you're going to see here. So all of this is being recorded right here on my Ninja 5 at DNX HD resolution. We're going to go over the specs of this beautiful camera, but we're also doing this in the studio where I usually record my videos. And I think that the image quality of this camera is absolutely amazing. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. But I'd like for you to kind of get a look around just to see what we're actually looking at. So here's a close-up on my mug. I know you like that so much, but this is the type of quality that you'll get when you're doing one-to-one talking head kind of conversations with people. The VertiCam is really great for vertically integrated video, just like you see like this. You could think of things for like live streaming for individual sales, specifically to Facebook, Instagram, things along those lines. And it's quite a bit of fun as well. As we move along, we've got a really neat remote control, which we're going to talk about right now. And the remote control actually is where everything gets set up, although you can connect this to the RS-232 system, a controller that can control multiple cameras like this for your live stream. But this is where we're at right now. And so I like this quite a bit. Let's go ahead and get that look back on over at the VertiCam. So looking at this beautiful camera right here, I want to give you kind of like a little walk around, okay? Just so you can kind of see. Now, this is not the one that's recording, obviously. But look at that gigantic tube. That whole centerpiece up here, this entire piece right here, that is the lens, okay? There's a small fan in the back of it. There's a microphone built in as well. And this is the lens. That big old honking piece of glass that you see right there is what allows the sensor to pick up so much light. It's a smaller sensor camera, 1/2.8, 1080p at 422 10-bit, which is really nice. So this is part of what's actually given us some of that additional signal. This is part of the reason that everything looks so nice and crisp. Let's actually take it up here to check out some flare real quick. Check out. Looking good. You can even see some of the other cameras that I use below it. I got that HCX1 that I usually use on a lot of my live streaming, which has a 1-inch sensor, and I would say that this rivals the quality, the VertiCam rivals the quality of that camera right there, without any question. I want to go ahead and share some additional specs with you that I've got right here. Of course, we've got that 2 million dot sensor, the 2.07 megapixel sensor. And you might say, well, why do we have such a small megapixel sensor? And in this instance, with the HD camera and the thing that we're doing, that actually is helping out quite a bit. That means that the photo sites are larger, and having larger photo sites means that, well, you guessed it, those photo sites can charge up a little bit better in low light to have more resolution. Looking around the back, something that you might want to see, we've got our S232 connectors in and out back there. We've got an HDMI port. We've got a USB. This is the slave to the host, so it's got the square connector. We've also got power as well. And we've got a line in right there, which is really nice. When we look at these again, we've got the minimum illumination. What does this mean? You guys might ask. It's 1/2 of a lux. Basically, this is good for low light situations. We can see that as well because of this lens design that they've got and this nice sensor that they're using. This means this is going to be perfect for internal setups for churches and things like that. Since we're talking about those RS-232 connectors, just to let you know that you can use those with any other connector and control through there as well. And you can control it just like we've been doing, of course, with the remote control. The camera itself has all of the types of manual functions that you would expect to have on a regular camera, even though it's in this different form factor, this PTZ form factor, which means that you can use auto iris or auto aperture or auto shutter speed or auto gain, things like that, but you can also go ahead and set those. You can also set all of your different white balances as well as a completely manual variable white balance. Now this is something that you don't usually see on less expensive PTZ cameras. Most of the time they'll just have preset white balance choices, but here you can actually dial it in to 9200 or anywhere between 3200 and 9000 and even have an RGB adjustment, red, blue, green, magenta shift adjustment in there as well. That's something that's not often you don't usually get that. It's around a $700 price point. I think this is just a little south of $700. which makes it really exciting. And that means that you can go ahead and set this camera up just like you would for any particular type of setting that you would want to use, or you can go manual or automatic, whichever suits your fancy the most. I want to go ahead and zoom back in over here on the remote control. We've got 10 preset settings that we can put on there. It's very, very easy to set, and this allows you to zoom all over the place with your camera, and you can set those angles already, which is pretty nice. So here, when I select to 5, you'll see that it goes back over to the camera right there. When I select my position 1, you see it kind of comes and gives me just about a medium shot for me right there, which is pretty nice. All in all, I like this entire thing quite a bit. Okay guys, I'm Rob. I hope that you've had a good look at this, just in this native orientation that everything comes out. It's been quite a bit of fun. This is my first couple of hours with my hands on this device, and I gotta say, I like it quite a bit. I wanna thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. If you'd like to come and check out YoloBox's booth, or YoloLiv's booth, over at CES 2023, find me there January 5th through the 8th. I'll catch you guys in Las Vegas. Bye for now.